Now, a lot of people has been asking me about watching the mind. You know, they say the Buddha taught the Satipatthana, the four foundations of mindfulness. We have the Kaya, there's a body, Vedana, Chit, Tham. Body, feeling, the mind and the Dhamma. So they want to go to the mind only. Right. And so my answer is impossible, I see. You see, you got to go through the foundations of your body. This is very important. Because nowadays, a lot of people want to go for shortcut. You see, everything is the mind, everything is the mind, it's anicca, dukkha, anatta. So go to the mind. So I tell them, I say, you read too much book. Just focusing your mind with the body. Just watching the body, and who is watching this body? If it is not your mind. So it's your mind that is watching the body. That means you are practicing the foundations of mindfulness of your own body. This is very important. Because people at large, their mind state is always very, very chaotic, very, very stressful. A lot of thinking of the past, thinking of the future, worrying this, worrying that. And this is the mind state. And that's why people want to practice meditation, because of this stressful mind state. Because of this kind of mind state, they're giving them a lot of tensions, a lot of pain, a lot of pressure in the mind, mentally. And they knew that this kind of situation that's happening now, compressing onto their own mind, will only create more tension and more stress. But they don't know how to find a way out. So they want to watch the mind. I say, it's impossible. Yeah? Your mindfulness, you can't even establish your mindfulness on the body. Yeah? Likewise, with your half the body, you also feel the presence of body, and that's vedana. That's why we always encourage people to just watch your body, watch your breath, until the mind come to a state of concentration, come to a state of calmness. Don't be in a hurry to watch your mind. You can't watch the mind. You can't watch your mind. But nowadays people want shortcut. They want shortcut. So they are better than the Buddha nowadays. In the end, I saw long-term practitioner. They don't even have the foundations of the body. They even can't the mind can't even be present with the body. It's on the mental state. And what they do, they can't stay in the present moment. In the end, they watch the mind and they do things like zombie. I used to say zombie. You know zombie? Zombie. Z-O-M-B-I-E. Zombie. They thought they are watching the mind. In the end, they are doing things that, like, we look at them, what's happening now? You should be mindful with what you're doing in this present moment. You should establish your mindfulness in this present moment. If you're watching the breath, you jolly well just watch your breath. If you're watching your body, you jolly well watch your body, scan your body. If you're using putto, just putto, and that's it. Until the mind calms down. The individual practitioner, he or herself, will definitely, confidently realize and understand what has been said. And will be all the while reading books, listening talk, and we can sit very well. Why? Because our mind has a sound as a focal point. And the sound contact with this content pertaining to the subject of the meditation, and we follow the instruction, we can really see the result right within ourselves and experience it. Right? And if we are without listening to a talk, we find ourselves helpless, aimless, meditating, we don't know what to aim for. So we got to establish the foundations of the body, the foundation of your breath, plus putto. Right? It sounds quite confusing, but it's not confused at all. You just sit, you have a body, you feel the presence of the body. At the same time, you feel the in and out breath, and just direct your attentions to the breath. And just stay put. Just feel the in and out breath. Feel. And you can see, once you apply the right techniques and the right attentions to your breath, you feel straight away how your mind zoom into the breath, the diving in. Letting the breath suffusing your whole body, letting the mind just zooming in into the breath. And you can feel that your body is just suffusing, someone's pumping it into your body like a balloon until your whole body is fully suffused with the breath, immersed. Until you feel a sense of calmness, sense of peace within your body. And before you can even reach this stage, during the process of your feeling of your in and out breath, there will be instances, for example, you might belch. You see, your air coming out from your mouth, or you might even fart it out. And you can even feel the movement of twitching of the muscle here and there, tremblings, and all these kind of symptoms that will occur in our body, and that's normal. That's normal. And you feel those part of the body that you feel very stuffy, blockage here and blockage there, pain, sensation, will eventually be cleared out because of your watching of your breath, because of this effort that you put in. And this is something very important, right? You got to establish these foundations of mindfulness in this body using your own breath, and no, nothing else. Don't worry about watching the mind yet, because your mind is actually focusing the breath. Your mind is actually focusing into the body as your anchor point. So as to calm the mind down. When we say calm the mind down, that means to be able to bring the mind to a point of calmness. That means all your memory will subside. The thinking process will already slow down and subside. And you're left with this very calm, cool mind in this present moment. And just stay put as long as you can. This is very, very important. These are the foundation you should establish for yourself. If we can't even practice until we reach this state of foundations of mindfulness in our body, Your mind can't calm down. Your mind will be always in a chaotic order. Right? And you say you want to watch the mind. How to watch? You'll be only be dragged away by your mind, your own craving, the mind of craving. They keep going up, right? And you thought you are doing fine. No, because you got no base. Your mind got no base of rapture, happiness. So you don't really meditate well. But because of the knowledge, because of the hearsay from the top, you thought you are meditating well. You suppose. But when the defilement surface within your own mind, why can't you stop it? We can't even acknowledge it. We saw the thing comes up, we react to the thoughts, and later we say, why? 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 Because there's a lapse of mindfulness. You're not mindful. The mindfulness is not strong enough. And when we keep doing, watching the breath, until your mind goes sucked into the breath. So peaceful when you withdraw. And at your normal state, mind state, you see how this powerful mind state you have developed. And when any thought that surfaces, you see so clearly. You can see how it links, how this thought come out. It's triggered by what? Triggered by the sensory gland. Through your ears, through your eyes, through your nose, through your bodily feeling, through your tongue, the taste bud. Any thought will trigger, it comes up, it reflected in front of you. So you see so clearly, even it's not triggered by your own, how it interact within yourself, and slowly you understand. Now you're watching the mind. Who say you will never watch the mind? It's that we lack of this foundation, and we thought we know. Don't need, just have mindfulness will do. You know, you must have samadhi, right? Mindfulness itself, when you got to develop and become Maha Sati, big Sati, powerful Sati, so fast. That moment is there. Until then we say, okay, we can watch the mind. Because why? The mind has already established a strong base foundations. Then you don't have to be worried anymore. You got a good foundation, right? And you'll find that you doesn't go crazy like last time. You are not affected by the emotions. You're not affected by any thinking. You need to think, you think. But you're not affected. Whatever other people say about anything, just look at it and, never mind. You look, it's okay, no problem. Right? You're carefree, so nice. So carefree. But doesn't mean we're not responsible. We're carefree because we know when and where to execute, when and where to think. We're not like untrained mind. We just keep thinking, they'll go mental, nervous breakdown. Even monks, let me tell you, even monks, when they overstretch, right? In one of Thanachan Mabua talk, he mentioned that he was so immersed in his contemplation of the body until he go out of hand. That means he think too much until become a kind of mental stress again. So you got to balance up, right? Balance up, that means why? When you contemplate, when you watch your mind, sometimes you feel very tired, right? You have been using your mental energy in discharging your duty, in doing things externally, you feel very tired. You got to rest. You got to rest in calmness. Right? People at large will go for a nap. Right? 15-minute nap. And after your nap, you feel very refreshed. Right? You feel very refreshed. Likewise, in meditations, when we are mentally very tired, already we are so tired. That's why we need to meditate. Mindfulness. We need to practice mindfulness of your breath, mindfulness of your body, to bring back this awareness back to the body, so that you have a place, a foundation for your mind. So you know when to come back and when to go and work again. It's vice versa. The more you do it, the more proficient you are, the more you know to handle your mind state. Right? And this is only a very, very elementary level. We haven't talked about eradicating your defilement yet. We talk about these very elementary levels. And when we are able to do that, when we have contact, we see how this mind being influenced and go externally under the influence of greed. We want something, you see, we want something, we crave for something, and we really go for it. Right? If we can have it, then we are very happy. And we don't have it, we feel upset or depressed, not happy. Right? It's just like application for a job vacancy. Right? Before we go to the office, we are full of hopes that, okay, try my luck. And when you go to the office, so many people apply. Then you say, I must try my luck. You see how your mind makes story. I don't know whether I can make it or not, blah, blah, all these things surfacing up in the mind. Right? And you go for an interview, try your best, and sometimes you feel you have the kind of fear, the phobia, no confidence. But anyway, you go through it, and after that, there's a kind of hoping, there's a kind of hope that you will get the positive answer. And it came out the answer to be negative. You see your mind doomsday like that. See how people get affected. Emotionally, they feel very upset. You see, this is how our mind suffered because of external things. How we cannot let go of external things. Likewise with our health issue. We've been looking after our diet, maybe don't exercise so much, and maybe due to your karma or something, right? And you develop a kind of very terminal disease, right? And you think you'll be happy by having this kind of disease? No. You feel very fearful. You will feel very upset. Why me? Right? You see how your mind operated, how your mind react to the sickness. And after going through all the treatments and so forth, and if you're lucky, you stay longer. If you're unlucky, that's it. There you go. R.I.P. Rest in peace. You see? And that's the end of your life. And this is why we need to meditate, to understand what is life. We need to meditate to be able to withstand what's happening in your life. Whether should anything happen, no problem. No problem, because when you accept it very positively, because this is the call of nature. Who don't die, who don't leave this world? It's just that some live longer, some live shorter, that's all. And all this got to do with our precept in the past life. Maybe we injured animal, we kill animal, that's why in the suit, the Buddha say, you want to live a long life, you observe your precept. The first precept, no killing, no hurting of beings. You have long life, no pain, no sickness. Like some people we met along in our life, no sickness, very healthy, don't know why, so healthy. They live under 90 plus, 100 years old, and they just sleep and die. Right? I got one devotee, 100 years old, no sickness at all. So old, every night drink Pasicola. Then she can sleep. Yeah, I asked the son, wow, your mother, every night, Ajahn, no cold Pasico, must put in the fridge. Wow. She said, no Pasicola, not happy, Drink already, shock, can sleep already. And she lived under 100 years old. Yeah. I went to chant with our monks, Ajahn Dam and company. We went there to chant. The element chant for her. And she speaks, Ajahn King, you come already, I too old already. And then after a few days, she's gone. She's gone. And I asked the son said, I wake her up, prepare for food. She's gone. See? And she's a very kind lady. She's a very kind lady. She doesn't meditate, but she's a very kind lady, very, very lovely lady. She look after the whole family because she's a single mother since young. And I know her since I was a small boy. Every time we go and play basketball in the school, we have no money for the food. We will look at her, she will look at us. Then she will come, boy, come, I give you food. She know we got no money, but we always look at her food and eat our own saliva. And she come, she knew. She's so kind. Her kindness make me think of her until when I go back to Singapore, I always ask for, where's this lady, right? And she put food when we go Bindabat until she was unable to offer the food, right? And you see how this mind state can affect one person, how this kind of behavior, the cultivation of the precept can help one person, and it's a proven example. Because of metta, her very kind, she's very kind. Right? I asked the grandson. Now the grandson, the son, and the grandson also come to the help to support us. And we asked her. She said, "Oh, she had done a lot for us. She's a single mother. She take care of us so good. She sacrificed her youth for the whole family." You see, this is how this goodness repays her when she's in a younger stage of her life. This is something very, very important. That's why we are here. We are so lucky, right? We know how to meditate. We have the opportunity. We have this healthy body. And whatever occasion arises, we have the opportunity, we practice. Even though you don't have the opportunity to go to a monastery, or you just stay at home, Make your own temple at home. Stay at home if you don't have the time. Find your time that suits you and meditate. Spend every day at least 1 hour, at least 15 minutes before you sleep. At least. Right? Have come and get in contact with this present moment in your life, your own breath. Look at yourself. Stay low profile, stay very low. Always go back to your own mind, or your own actions, your own speech. Reflect on yourself very much. Then you can improve. Every time you start to reflect a lot on yourself, then you can improve. Right? When we ask other people, it's very hard. When you tell other people to, they don't do. Because they feel that, why should I do? But if we do ourselves, easy, very easy. Teaching other people is very hard. But teaching ourselves so easy. Just no, I'm not going to do it. That's it. Just sitting in meditation, sometimes when you sit and the pain arises, right? This is the time we apply the value of patience, endurance. Watch the pain. Watch the significance of the pain, the significance of this feeling of pain, how it feels. Don't run away. Watch it. Don't deny it, because it's from your own body. It's not from any other body. You might find yourself quite stupid to endure the pain. But let me tell you, you're not stupid at all. You got to inform yourself, remind yourself. You're actually building a kind of mental resistance, mental effort to be able to absorb this kind of horrible feeling that's arising in your body, and your mind is not moved. Your mind doesn't grumble. Your mind is very brave and tough to just watch it. How this pain arises, how this feeling arises, stay put, and how through acceptance of and watching this feeling, how it fades right under your nose, right under you. How it fades in front of you. It just fades. Be it numbness, be it hot, flushing, burning sensations. It falls under the principle of impermanent, anicca. Right? If you try to push away, try to deny it, dukkha, your mind state of trying to deny it, try to push away or don't want it, who suffer? You suffer. You will suffer. Because it's just a feeling. Right? And who take occupation? My feeling, my pain, my numbness. Who? If not this avijja mind, avijja state, the mind that doesn't know, the mind that is ignorant, not open up, make believe. If you want to look at it again and again, we start to realize inside your heart, inside your heart will realize. You look at it and you just pass. You see your mind, you watch your mind. Your mind just cool. But when the pain is getting very intense, you see your mind. You watch your mind state. Wow, the resistance, your mind, cannot, I want to give up, cannot this and can you see how this mind grumble? How you see awareness, you're awareness of this grumbling up in the mind. Just watch it. Just watch it and try to contain. Tell yourself, hey, your body don't cry, no, why you cry? Your body don't cry, why you cry? Why you shout this and shout that? Then you watch until this bodily sensation subsided, and you see how this mind state change again. Wow, subside already, I see. Then you start, you see. See how this mind suffered because of this supposition, mind state, supposition, this wanting to keep labeling. It takes time. It's not so easy, but when I explain, because it's through experience, we're able to tell you what's happening. But in order to pass through this form of transitions from the start of this feeling, you start to see how your mind state waver, how your mind change accordingly with the feeling of these sensations, right? From normal mind state to trembling, scary mind state, through retracting, withdrawal mind state, rejecting, grumbling, all sort of things. And this is where the tug of war comes in. This is where we got to apply patience, a lot of patience, a lot of endurance. Until we see so clearly, how these so-called feelings affected these mental emotions and how this mind grumble because of this feeling interact. They are interconnected. And when this feeling subsided, no pain, you feel the mind, wow, the coolness, the calmness. You see? Emerge straight away, your mind state just flip. You just brighten up like that. Then you understand, see, this is how we clear the doubts. This is how we meditate and clear our own doubts. In the meditations, how this contact come in and we clear. And we keep doing, if we don't understand, never mind. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Go back and do again and again and again. Don't know, don't understand, do until you know. You can't calm the mind, never mind. Today you sit 15 minutes, okay, 15 minutes, but you maintain mindfulness the whole day, presence of mind the whole day. Try to practice that. This is very important. Then you will reduce many types of mistake in your life. Reduce a lot of wrong speech, wrong doing, and then you know when you trace back, because of what? Wrong understanding, wrong thinking, think the wrong way. You say, look inside you. Look inside you. Keep retracting back. Right? Doesn't mean that we are selfish, we don't want to do outside. No, we will still do. It's just that when you meditate, you look, you establish mindfulness in this present. Very important, very important. And gradually you see, you open up. Last time and now, how was your mind state nowadays? Are you more happier? Is your defilement lesser or increased? Is your ego bigger or getting smaller? Are you more calculative or more friendly now? So this is how we practice, how we look at ourselves, how we matured within, we call mental maturity. This kind of maturity we want, not the bodily maturity. You see, people can be very old. Yeah, they grew very old, but you look at the way they think, their mind state is horrible. That's why there's 4 kinds of mind state that the Buddha say. Manut sapeto, a human being with a peta, a ghost mind state, very greedy, very cruel, and no kindness at all, very selfish, self-centered, only look for their own interest, don't care about other people. And everything very greedy. You see the way Manusapeto. Manut Terachano, the mind state, like animals. Animals means what? They don't have precept. They kill, they tell lie, they do all this, transgress with all the precept. Terachano, they don't have the so-called sense of hiri otapa, sense of shamefulness, no sense of scared to do the wrong thing. They are not scared at all. Animal-minded. Manut Terachano. Then we have what? Manut Satevo. People like you all. Cultivating your mind. Try to improve yourself. Observe the precept. Practice that generosity. Practice the Dhamma. Sit and meditate. Even though you don't meditate that well, you try. You make an effort. You try. When there's opportunity arises, you try. Right? So, Manusatevo, the mind state of a Deva, when we know to practice metta, kindness to other people, we forgive. When someone done wrong to us, we forgive them. We don't take grudges. We are very forgiving. We always help people. We always the first one to offer helps. We are not the first one to take things. No, the first help, to offer the help, to assist people. This is the mind state of Manusatevo, Deva's mind state, right? Manusathammo, that means you already attain. You meditate and you attain Sotapanna already. You have the real Dharma established within your own mind. Not like the Dharma, sometimes not sure, sometimes sure. You got to read a lot of books to reinforce your knowledge, then you can feel better. Because a lot of Dharma now. You keep referring back to the book, read again and again. You scared you will forget. But that's not the real one. You got to read books. You got to listen to a lot of talks in order to reinforce your knowledge, your insight. And that's a kind of, not the real thing. But the real thing is the realizations and individual that practice, that arise within their own mind, that clear the doubts, that they always been doubtful of. Then they will be able to relinquish. They're not attached to, rituals and riots. The ego is subsided. They do got no doubts at all with the Buddha's teaching. The fourth noble truth, the noble eightfold path. No doubts. Anicca dukkha anatta. Yes. Sure to die. Yes, sure to die. You see? So affirmative in their mind. Right? So, but again, we are human beings. And we travel, that's why the Buddha say, in these human realms, we have been going through different kind of mind state every day. Right? Sometimes animals, sometimes human beings, sometimes Peta, sometimes Deva, one day up and down, ding dong, within these three realms. But again, if you yourself will know deep inside yourself that, I'm at this Manusatevo, then you are safe. Right? Because why? You know. No, I never think. I'm no Peta state. No, I observe my precept. No Terachano. No. Satevo. Right? And this is how you progress. This is how a person can induce confidence in your practice. Then your practice will get, more and more We call it viriya, persistent effort. It's just as someone who drive in a bumpy road. You know, in a bumpy road, 4-wheel drive, boom, bang, boom, bang. Oh, when are we going to reach the highway? Then finally, boom, on the highway. Take off the 4-wheel drive, no more bumpy. Pew, go. Mano sa tevo, mano sa thammo. When you're bumpy one is what, no? Mano sa terachano, mano sa peto. Oh, it's very bumpy. A lot of suffering. Hit left, hit right. A lot of pressure mentally, and we don't know. You see, people at large, they doesn't know. It's very, very pitiful and very, very pitiful. I use the word pitiful. People at large, they're very, very pitiful. These human beings, they have the human body, they have the opportunity, everything healthy, but they just ruin themselves. Because why? Because of their own karma that they accumulated in the past, that they don't have the chance to meet up with the good people. They bring them to goodness. That's why if you were to look at the Mangala Sutta, the Buddha advised what? Associate with the wise. Right? Don't associate with the fool. It's fine. But of course, we can't force everybody to practice. It's up to individual. When the times come, right? Sometimes we try our best, right? But the best thing is we can practice ourselves, right? We practice ourselves. If somebody comes along, we pull them along, right? Guide them along within our means. If no, there's no issue. We're still practicing ourselves. And this is why, if we have a place of worship like that, it's a place for the community that tonight, Magha Puja, right? That during the Buddha's time, all the Arahant, they can fly, 1,250 Arahant to listen to the Ovadapati Mokha. The kind of gathering, Maha Samayang, the Samayang is gathering. And we are Buddhists. We want to commemorate and remember, to remind ourselves, right? This special occasion, that why the Dhamma still persists today, because there's still monks, there's still Bhikkhu Sangha, still surviving in this era. And we want to recall what's happening during that time, the Buddha's time. And even though we only have 4 Bhikkhu in this temple, right? And even though we have this group of lay people that participating in tonight's occasion, is also a kind of gathering to recollect the goodness of the Buddha on this special occasion, right? With flower, joss-stick, right? With this kind of offering, this kind of reminder for our own welfare and happiness. Because why? The teaching of the Buddha will only prosperous and be beneficial to mankind if we, mankind, practice it. Likewise with everything on earth, right? So last but not least, treasure what you have now, be contented, and you have the time to practice, even 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever time you have. Any place, in the park or 5 minutes, just sit there, calm your mind, right? You feel the sense of calmness at that moment. You earn it, and that will accumulate add-on. Something like add-on point for your own welfare and happiness, right? And that'll be the sharing for tonight.